Are they? Oh, sweet. No. Why are they always the same hand?
You don't go on them Ford cabs much then, do you? 4000s.
Not without any ear pro. That was loud.
Oh dear.
That was loud.
Oh, he said to Lynn last night, God, he's worse than a fucking old woman moaning about that fucking
Flipping
cab.
out.
That's what we used to have to put up with.
We used to have peaceful quietness in our cabs. Watch out. Not bad. Give him a few years, he'll be as good as me, won't he, Len?
Just breaking off
That's all right, I got the majority of it. Oh no, it's on my legs. Oh, it's slimy. Oh. We had some, well, as you can see, horrible silage. It's been there 3 years. It was old wheat silage. We got to get the wraps off and the nets off because you don't want it going through the muck spreaders. We'll pile all this up. This will go in its own little heap. We'll let this rot down for a couple of years, and you can see what it goes down to in some of the muck that's there. But yeah, you know, it breaks down into pretty much soil. You know, it'll go back on the field at the end of the day, and it will improve field soil quality. Doesn't get wasted. Even though the cows won't eat it, it doesn't get wasted. It'll go back out on the field. We've got another 30 to do, I think. That's just half of them, so we've got another lot to do. Yesterday we finished up. We got all these raked up and baled up, so just got those to pick up. We've got some more silage to go on to today, but we want to get this ryegrass ted out because it's very lush, it's very green, and it's very thick. So we want to make good silage of that. So we want to dry it down a little bit. We want it on the drier side of things than the wetter side of things, so we want it good. So we're going to go and ted the ryegrass fields out, and then we're going to jump on the wrapper. We've got a couple more fields of round bales to go and wrap. We want to move those young heifers because TB test is going to land us right in the middle of June, and where they are currently, it's just going to make the day of TB testing very difficult to get the gates set up and in good time, if you know what I mean. So we're going to go move them. They're going to go with the younger stock like they did last year, and they will be fine out there. Just show you this sort of crop that we're dealing with. It was a nice big crop actually. This stuff is super lush and green. This is far too wet to row it up and bale it now. So we're going to ted it out. We're going to let the sun dry it. We're going to go through this. We'll go through the field out there. Keithy did he came in after he finished mowing yesterday. He's ted out that one over there. Quite a big crop. There's going to be quite a few bales out here. Put in the comments how many bales you reckon there's going to be at the end. On the next video we'll start baling it. But there's going to be a few bales out here. Then we're going to get the fertilizer spinner back on. We're going to re-fertilize this and it'll all grow again, and we're hoping to get another cut off it, and it will either make seed hay. It's ryegrass hay is called seed hay. It will either make some seed hay or we'll make some more silage off it, depending on the quality and what comes next. Where the sun's got on top, it's dry, so we're going to get this spread out. Chrome tedder, 13 metre tedder. Finally get to use my tractor. It's filthy, I need to go through it and clean it, but we really like this tedder. 13 metre jobby, take 5 full rows, just works a treat. We've had this a little while now. You know, it's a hell of a bit of kit. We really like this tedder. Does it all by itself on one spool. There we go. There is nothing more satisfying than tedding out fresh rows of grass, and I am very excited. And once she's unfolded like that, the net, got the spool number 2 laser down, hold it on there, let it pressurise, the machine will raise up a little bit, and then into flow. Then we switch our little diverter valve here, and that will open up the swarf board on the end. That keeps all the grass in the field a little bit and stops it getting spread out to the edges, which is easier for the rake man who comes around and rakes it. And then it's simply start the PTO. This is a thick crop. This might make the rattle clutches come off, especially if you go into a row that's a full row. Say you're turning around on the headland, you've got to be ever so careful. It's not going to be a quick job, this one. When the crop's as thick as it is, rev it up to 540. Listening for sounds, clangs, bangs, just checking everything. Make sure the machine's level, everything's working before we set off. You'll see plenty of this machine as we get going. I'm going to leave the window open. I'm going to do the first time round before we come back. Oh, that edge runs very close to the fence, so I don't want to hit the fence. But I want to do the first time round, then we'll come back when we're going up and down. That is hell of a crop out there. We're just doing second time round. Keithy will cut 10 times round the field, or 5 times round, because he's got 2 sets of mowers, so that leaves 10 rows. You need 2 full passes, and then this tedder will turn back on itself, no problem. But yeah, hell of a crop of grass out there. Christ almighty. We won't see, well, I don't know for sure, but grass is growing like buggery. We've got a nice week this week, so we'll get this, this will all come in beautiful, and it'll be good silage for the cows next year. We don't need all perfect silage, I've said that before. Right, so what we're going to do here, I need to sort of... have your eyes not everywhere, but you can turn pretty tight with this thing. Too bad. And then back in. Oh, yeah, it's hard to film and drive at the same time. But we're getting it done. Right, I'll film some one pass when we're going up and down. There's nothing more. I'll tell you what, this is the most, probably the most satisfying job on the farm all through the year. So like, this is, for me and Keithy, we just like, if you're tedding out of the mower rows, oh, it's just bliss. And when you can look down rows, I don't know what it is, it makes no difference. If you'd have done that manually or on GPS, it doesn't matter. But there's just something satisfying about looking down rows like that. I don't know what it is. There is nothing more satisfying than doing this job. I'm so happy. We wait all year for this, for crops like this especially. Just to get on the tractors, use the machines. It's literally, you wait all year, and then yeah, it's just good. The sun's shining, the mowers are set, absolutely perfect. That one's catching. If we look out that window, that side's catching just absolutely spot on. Keithy's got them set bang on. It's amazing. We got the other tedder does 3.5 rows, and it's a bit of a pain actually. But this one just take it in 5 rows. You have to set the other one just to have 3 rows, otherwise you end up missing bits. But yeah, we're about to come into that section. Let me shut that. We're about to come into that section on the next pass where the grass weren't so good. We replanted it, and I think we replanted it with coal seed, but it just never come really. It never really did as well. Cole's field does look quite thick. I don't know if it's as thick as this one, but it does look like there's plenty of grass there, and Cole will be along shortly to mow his own, and he borrows our wrapper and baler to wrap it all up and bale it all up, and then he'll take it home with him. But yeah, to see the grass here isn't quite so good, so there won't be so many bales here. It's just I don't know how wide that is, 24 meters of it's where the drill blocked up when we were seeding last year, and yeah, you don't know, grass seed's quite finicky. It's a weird shape, and it can easily block in the drill, and you don't know until until you watch it come up and there's a big patch there, and you think, oh Christ, well, something didn't happen there. It's quite funny actually, because we were drilling winter wheat the year before, and it's nearly the exact same patch that it happened on, which is quite strange. Could have happened anywhere in the field, but in the same spot. Yeah, I set the rattle clutches off twice. It's a bit of a slow job, but it's heavy crop, and you're asking the tedder to move a lot of weight in a short amount of time. You probably, on the straights, it's all right. It's when you're crossing the rows, that's when it does struggle. When you set the, I did set the rattle clutches off. Once it's all spread out, it's usually good as gold. Right, come on then, you got to have a guess. You've seen what the crop's like. The other field is very much like this as an average over the whole field. So, put in the comments, write in the comments, guess how many bales. I can't remember the acres. I imagine it'll do 10 plus to the acre easily. Even with our thin bit in there. I'm going to put it at, this is my official guess, because I forgot what I said the other day. I'm going to say 580 bales. Pretty sure Keithy said 600. Farmer was leaning towards the 600-ish. We'll check with Charlie. Write in the comments, what do you think it's going to be? And then on the next video, we'll see, won't we? We'll see how many we got. We're on to our next job of the day. It's 1:30. Dinner's due at 3. And I think, not a great crop here, but farmer's been to another field round by the farm, so we've got a few to do around there as well, so we might be late for dinner, but that doesn't matter. These ones that get dropped on the corner are the most difficult out of the bunch. Okie dokie. Move it. Hopefully it spins round. Whoa. We've got ourselves into a jam on the very first one. Well done, Matthew. How have I managed that? Da, 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 da. Clever. Another one of these sort of fields where the guys want it for their sheep, but the grass is too long, so we just cleared it up for him basically. Farmer came and rode it up this morning, and now he's on the baler. I'm here wrapping, so that's worked pretty nice. These outside ones are always the first one. The first time round, you've got to spin them, so you've got to drive up. As the finesse is getting your positioning on the bale, nearly too far away. Pick her up. You can do this all on the move. Arm's got to come down. As long as you remember to bring your arm down, You're golden. There goes Farmer. Here he is. Hopefully the bailey's going a bit better for him today. Playing us up a little bit yesterday. I don't know if he figured it out. It wasn't putting the net on quite so well. So I'm not sure if he figured it out or if it was crop conditions or what, but let's hope he has. Ah, another one on the corner. I've got a feeling I'm gonna, oh, my net's just wrapped. I've got to go out now and retie that on this next bale. The wrap's just broken. You can master the getting close to the bales and getting them onto the bed. This is an easy job. We've got to go out. This doesn't happen often. I don't want to get electric shock. Please. It's supposed to get caught up in here when it cuts them. But that time it didn't. It doesn't do that very often. Through there. You haven't got to tie it mental tight, just a quick hand over like that, just so it literally all it's got to do is catch the side there, which it will. Make sure arms down, press start, and away we go. This wrapper's really good though. Farmer was saying they might be bringing us a coon wrapper to try. I don't know if we'll be done with silage by the time that all happens, or if we'll have still a bit to do. But we'll have a look at it. We don't need a wrapper. This one's plenty good enough, and we're quite, you know, really happy with it. The only problem is we were talking about is putting wraps, new wraps onto the reels. They're very high up, and if, you know, for the girls it's a little bit trickier to get up there, so that's the only real problem, is if you have one of the girls on it. Not they don't struggle, but it would just be easier if they could have some way of getting them down a bit. These are lovely bales. Look at those bales, beautiful. That'll make some nice silage, that will. Yeah, Farmer's here baling. We're going to get these wrapped up, and then tomorrow we'll be picking them up. So you know the job. This is the control panel, and yeah, I like wrapping. Easy job. These are the bales. Got some nice bales actually. Good bales. Lovely. It'll be lovely silage as well. Real nice. Just right. It's this time of year, just about now, when the blackgrass starts standing above the crop, and then you're like, oh right, great. But it has to be pretty bad. If it's so, you know, if you've got a horrendous patch of blackgrass, we've gone out and just topped it before and just topped it out of the crop. But a tiny patch we won't do anything for, I don't think. You can see where it's wet along here. That's the wet that's affected that there. Still wet there now, I bet. If you drove in there, that'd be wet. But holds the crop back a little bit. This is the baler. Farmer was having some little niggles with it putting the net on. And I'll just show you what we found. It was something really ridiculously simple. Now, typically, when we're in full swing, after every day's use, this thing will it'll get blown off. All this will get blown off, and it'll most likely get blown off before we start again. But it was having trouble putting the net on, and I don't know what it just made the baler very slow putting the net in. And what farmer found was that just tucked down inside here, this is the mechanism that puts the net down and into the baler, and there was a big chunk of wet grass stuck, and it was stopping this mechanism coming down, and it was that simple. He literally pulled out the grass and away it went, beautiful again. So yeah, just something to look for. There's Keithy. He's just heading out with a trimmer. He's gonna go and we've got one of the fences, the grass is growing up round the fence, so he's gonna go and trim round the electric fence, stop it arcing out, because it takes all the power out the fence, and then you'll have cattle out. And apparently it doesn't take him long to know that there's no power in the fence. So yeah, we don't want cattle running around everywhere. We don't want the job of trying to round up cows and calves. That'd be a nightmare. So yeah, Keithy's had to put the trimmer on quickly, and he's going to go and do that. We'll probably do the other electric fences as well, I'd have thought. Yep. Go on, go on, go on, go on. Go on, go on, go on. Got enough?
Not bad.
Not bad.
Got to go around the field once, and
Yeah. Lord.
there's just one or two too many gaps, ain't there?
Yeah.
They always come in.
Well, they aim into that gap again, mate. So
Yeah.
they know it's there.
Yeah, we'll block that off
Don't
next
put
time,
the
don't we?
they shoot through that little gap. All right.
Yep,
You'll wait then, Ralph.
yep,
We'll take the boats back.
yep. Right, these are 17 of our young heifers. They were set to stay here for the summer, but TB test is going to bugger us up a bit. It takes a long time to come and set the gates up and take the gates down, and when you've got so many different groups of cattle everywhere, we just won't have enough time to do them. So unfortunately they have got to go in with the store cattle, which are there's no bother, there's no bulls in there or anything like that. So basically they're going to go in with the stores. They'll get a bit of barley because the old man's taking them some barley, which is not what we wanted. We wanted to keep these quite lean, but it won't matter too much. It will just save us having to set another pen up on TB test day. Nobody's looking forward to that, are we, Charlie?
Nope.
It's always on a hot day. It's always on a day when we should be haymaking. Painful. It's 2 days of it as well, and we've only got two. It's why we've got two sets of gates. So either me and Keithy will be moving gates, or Keithy and Charlie. Somebody's got to be always moving the pens to the next point of TB test, and it's just, yeah, painful. But that's the way it is. So these going in to the stores, they'll be happy in there, and then later on in the year when they all come in, we'll separate them again because they've all got numbers on, as you can see. And yeah, we'll just pull them out later on in the year. Adios, amigos. I know, she's like, you are a clown.
I'm not going back in. I'm not going back in.
I just spotted Cole. He's got his mower on. Looks like he's down chopping his grass. I don't know if we'll have time to get down and see him, but I can see his tractor. You'll be able to see him in the background there. He's got a trail John Deere mower, real good mower actually. We used to have the same. Cole will actually, if it's summertime and time's up against you and you want to knock a bit down because you've only got a small window, Cole will come with us, he'll come down, he'll come mowing with us. Looks like he's got a good crop out there, I can see his rows. We've got all these silage bags to pick up, got to get them off. It's one of those. You're always busy doing stuff. But if you leave them there too long, the grass underneath stops growing and goes horrible. And yeah, want to get them off pretty soon. So we will be getting them off. I imagine we'll have a day of picking up. Oh, you see, I told you it'd be easy.
You reckon?
Is that what they look like? That's it.
Yeah.
What will you do with this one? Will you renew it or anything?
Well, what I was going to do is I was going to keep the cover plate on it.
Is there fluid in there?
If you empty it out, yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to put the cover plate on it, and I was going to leave it under your bench somewhere, nice and safe.
Yeah.
Because what? You got a magnetic clutch in here.
Yeah.
and sometimes they fail,
Right.
you
So
know,
use it as parts.
and use it as parts.
Yeah.
Sometimes the vibration rips that thread out,
Yeah.
so you can take this off
Right.
and reuse that.
Oh, okay.
The
Yeah.
compressor is actually working,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah. It's worth keeping.
it's,
Then.
it's worth keeping.
Yeah. Oh,
Same
that's
with,
good.
Same with the other one.
Oh,
the
good.
other one leaks a little bit,
Yeah, but the parts on it are good.
but the parts on it's good.
Yeah. Is that a new alternator? Is that new?
Well, yes, I think it's new.
It looks new, doesn't it?
Yeah. I was just
I,
saying that
I think it did have an. I can't remember.
the chap who fitted the alternator might have noticed that, mightn't he?
Well, you'd like to think so. I don't know who did it. I can't remember. Hag will tell you.
Yeah.
That's not in good shape, is it?
No.
Have we got one of those?
That I don't know.
No.
He might have one on the shelf.
Are
but-
they easy to put on there, are they?
Well, the thing is, you got, see that bar there, you pre-tension the belt,
Yeah.
put your bar in, and then assemble it,
Yeah.
right, so that dot goes there because that's adjustable. Put your belt on, and then pull your belt, that then will release this,
Yeah.
and then it will just tension itself up.
Right.
But that's going to destroy that belt.
Yeah. That won't last very long.
No. He won't.
Well, it wants a new belt as it is, doesn't it? Looking at it.
Well, it's like everything else. Things are getting old, aren't they?
Is that easy to get on there? Have you got to take the fan off?
No, I don't think so.
No.
It might be a bit of a day when you're going to service it.
Yeah. Oh, is this your fancy machine? Oh, wow. What does this do? Are you pumping gas in there?
Not now.
Oh,
no, I've
you've
taken
already
the
done
gas
it?
Out, yeah.
Oh, you took gas out?
No, I've taken the gas out.
So that takes gas out and puts gas in?
It does, yes. What you do, you hook it up, you suck it out with that,
Yeah.
then that will then transfer, that will suck out the two lines, high and low. That then goes down that pipe into there, that's then pumped under pressure. That goes down there, and can you see how much gas I've taken out of it? It's just there, look,
Oh, yeah, I can.
right? And it should be up here.
Oh, it should be.
Yeah.
And is the gas, is it like a thing where it doesn't matter how much you've got of it, does it get old? Like, does the gas get old?
The gas gets old and it loses its nitrons.
Right. So you will fill it back up to here
Yes.
and put that much back in?
Yes.
Oh, sweet. It's good, isn't it?
Now, if I was a dealer,
Yeah.
I'll regas it, but I'll charge you the full charge.
Yeah.
Because that's what they do, they suck it out.
Well, if you, oh, okay, yeah. Yeah.
They don't just charge you for the little bit they've used.
No, I know. But will that go back in?
Yeah.
That bit of gas will go back in
yeah,
and
yeah.
some more, yeah?
Yeah.
And that'll be the same, won't it?
Yeah,
It'd be,
yeah.
yeah. Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
That's good. And what? And have you done this one already?
Well, no, this is under pressure.
Oh, right.
And I want to make sure that we ain't got no leaks.
Yeah.
So we put some nitrogen in.
Yeah.
Can you see the needle? Underneath there's a black needle.
Yeah.
So if you got a leak somewhere, right,
You should see the black needle then.
the black needle will drop down, leaving
Yeah.
the red needle in place.
I see. So it's a pressure test.
It's a pressure test,
Yeah.
nitrogen pressure test. And that's
Um,
been on there nearly, I suppose, 3/4 of an hour nearly.
Oh, right.
So she's good.
Yeah. And would you see that quite soon? You'd see it straight away, wouldn't you? If there was a leak.
Within minutes.
Your boy's a little fan.
Yeah, no,
Look at that
that's, yeah, very impressed.
We got one in stock. That's a rare event. But this one was knackered, you were saying, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's
What
broken.
did it back then?
Oh, dear.
You got anything in there, have you?
Yeah, do you want some?
No.
I'll get you a
No.
cup of tea. Hello, sir.
How you doing?
You alright? I see you out there. Got it all done? There's hot. Yeah, there was out in the thing. Thought you were going pretty steady. I could see you out there. I was like, yeah. Did the mower go right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, nice one.
When it comes to see if we got to do Martins this time.
Oh,
Next
yeah.
to us.
Yeah, I don't know. No, I don't know. He's just here talking to a man about crushing some stone. They see it across the motorway, and I suppose you don't get nothing if you don't ask.
never go, can't you?
No, so he's just showing him the heat and what.
Oh,
I'm just saying what they can do with it. But do you want a cup of tea?
No, mate.
Sure.
No, I'm going to bug off one.
All right.
I ain't going to cut that into
How is the
case
tractor
of-
running now? Good.
Yeah, since April, another go at it.
Yeah.
We ain't had a problem.
No hiccups. Oh, good.
And we've had a lot of things that weren't working come back on.
Have you? Oh, nice. That's good, isn't it?
The seat sensor, that never used to work. So now if you get out, it takes out again.
Yeah.
Which is
Oh,
bloody brilliant.
yeah.
If you lean forward, pull your sunshade down when you're cold, mate.
Yeah.
Lift the seat up.
Yeah.
It stops
you dead.
and
Yeah.
it goes straight
Straight
through.
That's it.
Bloody hurts.
Yeah, that's it.
And if you lean stuck out your hitch, it's taken out again.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going out there, Teddy. Do you want me to take that out for you?
No, I think he wants to drive through the road.
You're gonna leave it as it is? Yeah, alright. The Air Command, he's put a new compressor on Linda's 6290 and he's put a new compressor on the 6480. Give us some spare parts for a rainy day, just in case something fails another day. And he's given me a special relay because there's been a little issue with this tractor where it suddenly stops working for no apparent reason. So we've got a new relay to try. Quite a common thing, even I know that about this relay. So we've got a relay off him as well, just in case it stops working. So if it does stop working, I know where to look and start trying. It's under this panel down here. There's a fuse board in there with a big relay, and it's the most awkward one to get at. Of course it is, always has to be. But we'll have a go. If it stops working, we'll have a go. But yeah, his name's Joe. He's yeah, he's very, 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 very busy man, and he's just a wizard around these air cons. If he doesn't know what it is, he'll figure it out by the end of the day. So yeah, thank you very much, Joe, for sorting our tractors out, and we'll see you another day. Just down the bottom field on this silage ground, we're just tedding it out for the second time. Definitely changed. Still, if you look at this side, still very lush and green. Let me just turn that down a little bit. But just using the Sphere Working kit, it seems to be doing a better job. So I'm well chuffed that the last update they did, they've done something pretty good. Yeah, I haven't had too many troubles with it. It's still early days, but yeah, it looks like they've done some good. So that's always a good thing. We'll go up a gear here. We're in that bad patch again, but there's a hell of a crop out here, so it's yeah, as you saw, you'd have seen that earlier on. But Colin's been down this morning and mowed his chunk, so he's going to leave it in the road today and then ted it out tomorrow. And yeah, we will be down here. I don't think we'll be down here rowing this up tomorrow, but it'll be the next video. The next video that we see, all the machines will be out again, and we'll have the drone with us. And it's set to be a nice week, so we might have we'll get some nice pictures for sure. But yeah, everything's going pretty sweet in here. Let me just show you this turning round quick. Yeah, it's just nice to have improvements. I was saying before about the button not engaging first time, and it just seems to be a lot better. I always press the button to disengage it, because it feels like it's fighting with you, trying to get it off, but that's just my preference. You can tug on the steering wheel if you want. Just going to get ourselves somewhere close. Press the button. She's back on there. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted from the kit. You know, straight line. And thing, it'll do, you know, this field in particular, we could set it up for that silly U-turn thing, you know, if you wanted, and it would do most of the field by itself. But yeah, that to me isn't of interest, if I'm honest. I think it's a good thing to have, but yeah, I'll keep testing with it and see if I can find any more glitches or bugs. But yeah, it looks like they've done the right. Looks like they're onto the right path. pass these overwinter stubbles again. You can see now they've got a yellow tinge to them, so the farmer's been across with the glyphosate, and everything now is just bending over, just curling over, and that was dying basically. All those plants are going to die, and hopefully it takes control. Well, it'll kill all those black grass plants is the kill thing there. So we didn't want them going to seed, so that's a good job. We're just coming past the oats. We'll have a little quick scan of those. Yeah, these are the oats. This is what went in first. What was it? It was February, mid-February these went in. And yeah, they look really well actually. They should do all right, you know. They are Isabel variety, and they've done well for us in the past. So yeah, next year they'll go into winter wheat, and that'll be a break for the that'll be a break crop for the wheat there. So yeah, it should leave a good crop of wheat for next year. Fingers crossed. But we'll see how they do come harvest. Me and Mark, the baler man, we've just had a day round this. Well, yeah, nearly a day round it. Lots going on there. We had to do. Inside here is a clutch pack which gets all disassembled. We basically make sure the clutch pack is good and clean up all the rough surfaces, degrease it all, and put it all back together. Everything's been serviced. There's a gearbox in there that's had new oil in. There was a seized arm in here that we loosened up and freed. Mark also goes through the knotters, make sure the knotters are all tying. One of them wasn't tying, so he did some adjustments on there. It's had a new belt this end. Farmer did some welding work down this end, and then yeah, we've been through it, oiled it, greased it, oiled the chains. What else did he do to it? Christ, I've forgotten half the stuff we've done, but Mark done most of it, if you know what I mean. I was just here to basically lend a hand. But yeah, quite interesting. Learned some stuff as well. It's yeah, there's lots going on with these balers. I'm not going to take all the panels down because we'll see it another day. But lots going on. But it's all there now. It's all serviced. Everything's there. Shaft's done. Yes. So going to get put away till we need it for baling time. We noticed today that we need a new belt, but Linda got parts before we'd even finished. She got the parts for it, so Mark doesn't have to come back and put that on. So yeah, she's ready to go. I'm going to go and put her away, and come haymaking we'll be good. Should be good. You know, you could only Mark's the man really. He casts his eye on everything, make sure there's nothing out of wear and all the rest of it. So yeah, it should be good for another season. That's probably where we're going to leave it on this one. We're going to start that silage down the bottom of the farm there tomorrow, so we're going to try and we'll get that scooped up together. So yeah, next video is we're going to have a bit of silage going on. We'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.